So, we're doing this again. We are back drawing people's OCs, and yeah, it's pretty fun, and there's actually no trolling this time, besides the little bit that I did. Oopsies. Well, anyways, I gotten actually like 6 subscribers since my last video, so I think that's pretty cool. So, thank you for whoever's watching, especially my subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber already, I would really please ask you to subscribe. I'm just trying to get to 50. That's my goal. I found this box guy and decided to draw him because, why not? So I'm just messing around until I find the right good cardboard color, and so I start drawing his little box head. Actually, now that I'm looking back at it and editing, that might be a paper bag. Either way, it still works. So I draw his eyes after a couple attempts, then a little smile, kind of, and then I try and draw his neck, and I just stop at the neck. Yeah, I really didn't feel like drawing him. Oh, and also, yeah, that happened, so that's also another reason. I was just looking around for a bit until I saw this one, and I'm like, oh yeah, this kind of looks cool. So I join it, and then I look around for a little bit, and I can't really see anything that I really like until I see these two shrimp and then horn guys. And yeah, I decided, you know what, I might as well draw them. It looks pretty cool, and so yeah, I decided to draw the shrimp guy first, and the head took me a couple of attempts until I got that shape. And so I got the eyes, then the little eyebrows, the little Angie boy. I really didn't change much about the drawings in the first place, which I'm a little disappointed in myself about. But the main thing I did was just make the shrimp actually have color. So yeah, I did that. Don't you just hate it when YouTubers just try and get you to subscribe by saying, "Hey guys, subscribe to my channel" and stuff like that? Man, it sucks that they do that. Please subscribe. I'm begging you. Please, please, please subscribe. What was that? I don't even know what that was. Yeah, anyways. Moving on. I finished with the shrimp on top of the head, and so then I eventually move on to the body, which took me a couple of attempts. I feel like everything with this one's gonna take a couple attempts, but anyways. I finished that guy. Never mind, actually, I do not finish that guy. Man, I am not on top of it today. Anyways, I end up going over the original yellow line art with a darker yellow because I don't know, I just thought it looked cool, and I guess I kind of do like how it looks. So I eventually move on to this Garden of Banban blue guy, and so yeah, the scale took me a little bit to get started because I kept on drawing the horns too big, which made me eventually draw the body too big, but I eventually figured it out. And so then I get started on its little body, which is actually really easy and much easier than the other one because it's just a square. And so I draw its face and arms and legs, and then I go over it with the darker shade as I did with the other one, El Shrimpo. And then I do the same thing with that. Yeah. After that one, I eventually tried to move on, and I saw this little Sans Undertale cult guy, and I thought, yeah, it looks pretty cool. He made a whole comic about him, so I tried to get to make him, but it does not turn out well. It looks like if Spider-Man was on drugs. So yeah, that's fun. So I tried so many times until yeah, it was not good at all. Then I eventually thought that I got a good head, and so then I drew his eyes, and then this is when I realized that it looked horrible. So I erased everything and then started to try and find a new one. Yeah. I feel like finding the art gems in general is just the hardest part for me. Drawing them isn't. Like, they all look like crap anyways, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But finding a good art gem that I like, that's hard. Like, they're either all way above my skill level, or there's just not enough drawings for me to copy off of. Copying doesn't sound like a good word to use in this case. I'm more just borrowing their idea and bringing it into my style. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. So I eventually get pretty mad at whoever just flashbanged the screen blue, thinking that it was some guy, but it was a different guy, and I felt really bad. So yeah, um, that wasn't fun, and so I try to insult them, and in hindsight, I don't really know why. I was not having it. But then they eventually cleared it up, and it wasn't them, so I apologize, and then everything is fine. But back to this drawing, I found this library thing, and I didn't see any OCs that I would like to redraw, so I eventually just drew my own, and I didn't really know how to draw my little guy reading a book, so I'm like, well, what if he tried to read a book, but then it just got stuck inside of him, and I don't know, I just figured that he's just a little bit corrosive, and so he's accidentally dissolving the book. And so yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Here I try and find a good one, so I see this and I'm like, yeah, there's quite a few drawings on there, but I really can't find anything that I would like to draw, and if I did, that's way out of my skill league. That even if I did try and draw it, it would just turn out like crap. And so yeah, you know what they say, quit while you're ahead. Yeah, and so, yeah, I ended up trying to just find something on here, but I didn't find anything, so I left and tried to join a new one, and this one, I actually did see something that I liked. I looked to the right, and I see this, oh yeah, first I saw that. But yeah, I look to the right, and I see this, like, stop sign deer, and I'm like, hey, that looks pretty cool. I don't know what it is, but I think it looks pretty neat. So I decided to draw it, and you know what? This might be my favorite for this episode. I really have nothing to say about this drawing, but I thought it was pretty cool. Like, I like the antlers. It didn't look like a stop sign, though, especially with the other sign on top of its head. But, yeah, I don't know, but oh, if you could subscribe to my friend's account called Jolly Rancher 757, that would be highly appreciated. But yeah, the face had some shooting, which I got off of the reference on the right, because I didn't really look at the one on the bottom until I like right now, and so yeah, I try to not go over that drawing, and so I just don't draw the legs. I hate legs. Legs are just the worst. But anyways, yeah, I go for that, and I start doing some of the shading. Yeah, honestly, this one, it's not that complex, really. It's just, I don't know. It just didn't seem that hard. And so, yeah, that's the finished drawing. I think it looks pretty cool. I tried to end up looking for another one on here, but I really couldn't find anything I liked. I would come back there later for another drawing, though. I, once again, go to this canvas and, once again, can't find anything that I actually like. So, guess what? I leave. Yeah. But then I come back, and yeah, I still can't find anything. 3 times I've gone to that canvas. Nothing has been found. Or at least nothing that I like. Don't get me wrong. All artists have their own unique style. And one of the main reasons I didn't draw for any of that was because it was just better than their art was just a lot better. I also couldn't find anything for that one. I'm on a real drought of creativity right now, and I'm just looking for something to save it because man, I am out of it. I end up finding this canvas, and I'm like, yeah, these are some pretty cool drawings, but don't really find anything I like until I find this little dude right there. He looks scared. He looks out of this place, and I don't know. So I took a picture of him, and I started getting work, but the head, man, I don't know. I eventually got up on that, and I started doing the hair, and then that happened, so I had to redo that. And so, yeah, it's really not looking like the original artist's style at all, and so I'm worried if it's gonna turn out well at all. But once I start adding the line art, then yeah, it starts looking pretty good. I really didn't want to put him in any other pose than the one that he was given. So yeah, I decided to just make him the surprised face, and then since he didn't have another eye, I just put a little X over his eye. Cause what if something happened to it? What if he's hurt? So yeah, um, then I struggled to make an arm for a long time. This is very sad. It it hurts to look at. It hurts. Oh gosh. And so yeah, but anyways, I eventually decide that he's he's looking scared because he is scared and he sees something, so he's pointing at that. And then I eventually realize my mistake and change it. But the damage has been done. It does not look good. Okay. I fill his fingers in, and so yeah, I add just a little bit extra line art, and yeah, finish with that one because I don't want to draw the lower half. This is the outro, but I ended up finding someone who I accidentally didn't put in the video, but they subscribed to me, and if you're watching this, I'm really sorry. This is the only clip that I could gather up from the corrupted file. That is all.